Okay, I got two different relays. This is a 120 volt relay here, and I have it hooked up to this light. And this is a 12 volt relay. So I have it hooked up to a 12 volt AC adapter. So what I'm doing, and I'll start here with the AC 120 volts. I'm running my hot wire to the number 6 pin, which is the wiper here on this one, and then I'm running a jump from my number 5 pin, which is this, back to the coil, which is on this relay is number 10 and 2, so 10 and 2. And I'm running my other end for my AC, the black wire, to the number 10. I'm jumping from 5 to number 2, and then my light is just hooked up to the coils on number 10 and 2 with the green and red. So when I turn on power, the power is picking up from the wiper, jumping from the normally closed pin to the coil. And as soon as the coil receives power, the wiper is going to drop out from the normally closed to the normally open. So from number 8 to number 7. And this cycle continues here. And that creates a flicker light effect. Now, another way to hook this up, if you had a wire going to your light, what you would do then would splice the wire into a normally open switch, probably, I don't know, 9 or 10. It doesn't really matter. It just has to be on the switch, one of the wiper switches, and then you hook it to one of the pins. I'm just kind of running it kind of parallel here, so that's why it's on the coil, because that's the only place in this whole relay that's actually getting power. All right, so the question was, can you do it on a 12 volt? As you can see, this is a 12 volt DC relay, and the answer, and I got hooked up to this green 12 volt LED light. So the answer is yes. So we look at the pins here. From my 12 volt adapter, I got these red and black. So I got the black going to my coils. On this one, the coil is 13 and 14. So it's these two, 13 and 14. So I got my black pin going here. All right, so I have the switches, or the wipers, are on 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm using this switch here to do it. So I have my power coming in from the red wire. Since this is DC, it's easier to track because it's on current flowing one direction. I got it. I have it going into the wiper, which is number 9, which is this pin here. And I'm jumping from my normally closed pin, which is 5, to number 13, so 5 to 13. And this is my jumper wire right here. And then just like with my 120 volt, I have my light hooked up with this here, red and white, AC going into my 12 volt LED. So since this is direct current, the black is neutral, so my yellow line is hooked up to the black. My white line here, white is my hot onto the red coil. So when I turn the light to power, the light does come on. Let me turn this 120 off. So you hear the relay is buzzing as it should, but you don't get the flicker that you would with the 120, because this is a much more aggressive current going through it versus a 12 volt DC motor at 1 amp. So you don't have a whole lot of amp going here. It's very safe to touch. You're not going to feel a shock or anything, but again, you don't get the flicker that you would